Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
And good evening, everyone. We're coming to you live from Rose Field. My name's Jordan Ray. I'm the one with the OSN hat, the Midwest City shirt. This is Tom Carpenter. He's the one with the OSN shirt and the Midwest City hat. The Newcastle down, and they're going to take on the Midwest City Bombers in a massive district game. Tom, you've been looking at the Newcastle roster. You could tell on paper this is a formidable team the Bombers are playing.
Well, number one, I noticed the size. A lot of these guys, and they maybe some of them were young, but still there were a lot of guys that were 6'5" and getting up toward 300 pounds. And I watched them warming up. Okay, I'm not as impressed, but they were kind of slow. But still, you get a big guy in the way, it's going to be hard to get around him. And our guys are going to have to make an extra effort to do the blocking and then trying to get through them for our offense. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough contest. No slouch.
Well, Newcastle knows, every team that plays Midwest City knows that for Midwest City, the ball is going to Jaheim Mahmoud. How does Midwest City handle that everyone knows where it's going?
It's one of those things that we're just going to have to deal with it, and they're going to have to mix it up some, especially with the loss of Lincoln King to injury. I mean, that's going to be a tough loss in my book. I went over and talked to him. He's real upset and disappointed, but he's back for baseball fans. So anyway, we can't be one-dimensional. We got to work on getting the pass game going and get some guys in the end zone.
As you can hear, Tom broke some news here like a hard-hitting journalist. We'll talk more about that later on. Coming up next, for my coach's show on Tuesday, I talked with new Midwest City offensive line coach Stoney Burt, and then a couple of offensive linemen I know you like. They go by Day and DQ. You'll see who they are in a moment. You're watching Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network,
where sports is our middle name.
Whataburger's new Bacon Blaze Jalapeno Double.
Sounds like a 5-alarm fire.
Not really, Frank. The jalapeno cream cheese, jalapeno ranch, and pickled jalapenos give it a pleasant heat.
So like a 4-alarm?
Nope. It's a delicious controlled blaze.
Like a little kitty stuck in a tree alarm.
Nah, hotter than that. Let's say the 2.5 alarm Bacon Blaze Jalapeno Double. I think the pole's broken.
New Whataburger Bacon Blaze Jalapeno Double. It's just a little hot.
I'm happy to be joined now by Midwest City offensive line coach Stoney Burt, and then a couple of offensive linemen we'll talk to here in a moment. All right, Coach Burt, we really appreciate your time being here, and to get things started, let's talk about how you're brand new to Midwest City, at least this time around. So how'd you get to Midwest City and become the offensive line coach?
Well, I know Coach Hall, and we had talked previously, and there was an opening that came up, and he called me and we talked about it and wound up getting the job.
All right. And what is your experience coaching in football in general and then the offensive line?
Well, see, I think this is my 32nd year coaching, and most of my career I've coached offensive line most of those years. I've also coached on the defensive side of the ball. Also have experience as coordinator, and I have been a head coach in the past.
Okay, and as the offensive line coach, you also share the duties with Coach Walker.
Yes, sir.
So what do you focus on as the O-line coach during practice and in games?
Well, I mean, we both pretty much, we watch the offensive line, and like in practice, it's kind of like which side are we standing on. So if I'm over here on this side, I'm watching the right guard and the right tackle, and he's over here watching the left guard and the left tackle, Makes it a little bit easier when you got two instead of trying to watch all five.
And the alternate duties watching the center?
Yeah, we sure do.
Okay. And what was the challenge like with this group? Because, you had one of your most experienced linemen left the team early, and so you had to fill that position, and just, you have to kind of mix and match some as well with different centers starting each game. What's been the challenge with that?
Well, I think the biggest challenge is up until this point is, just trying to find those five guys that are going to be able to come together and gel and become our offensive unit, our starting offensive line. And like what you just brought up with a member leaving the team, actually playing center, this here is Adrian Jones, and he's the one that's actually going to be playing center.
Okay. And let's talk about the change you made from your Dell City game to the Southeast game. And it's wholesale changes. It's not like everyone lost their job, but there was some shuffling.
Right.
So I have, and you correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, against Dell City, you're starting from left tackle to right tackle, Jakari Fletcher, DeMonte Jones at left guard. DeMonte Jones at left tackle, Ari Johnson at left guard, Domarion Jones at center, Deontay Buckner at right guard, and Samaje Malone at right tackle.
That's right.
And then all five positions got a new player. Jakari Fletcher started last week at left tackle, DeMonte Jones at left guard, Adrian Jones, we were about to talk to him, at center, Daquan Washington in at right guard, and Domarion Jones at right tackle.
Right.
So far, okay. So that week must have been was it a tougher week of practice when you move around every position like that?
Well, I don't know the team. Our practices are pretty tough every day. But, no,
Okay.
It's just, like I said, it's just getting guys in positions. It's something we talk about as coaches on the weekend, try to where are we going to put where, whose skill set can go where. And so, we talked about this lineup that you just read off there that played against Southeast for us. Linemen graded out very well, and, we moved the ball well, and, we scored a lot of points.
Absolutely, it did. You helped Jaheim Mahmoud out a lot, and we'll talk about him some as well. Let's talk about then the starters from this that I assume we'll see a lot of the same this upcoming week. So Jakari Fletcher at left tackle. So you had DeMonte Jones there. What made you decide to move DeMonte to guard and Jakari to tackle?
Well, what we wanted to do is we wanted to put Jones. We wanted to put him at left guard. We wanted to get some more experience on the inside there on the left side. And then what that does is with Jones having the experience that he has, we have a junior on the left side of him at Jakari Fletcher, and then we have actually his brother who's a sophomore to his right, and then therefore he's a good leader on the offensive line, and he is able during the game situation to help either one of those guys to the side of him if there are any questions.
And then you also had Domarion Jones at center against Dell City, and he moves back to right tackle.
Right.
And so the Jones twins have shown, and they showed the last 2 years they can play anywhere on the line.
Right.
What do you like about those two? Obviously, they're the two most experienced players. They also have to play some on defense.
Yeah, they do play a lot on defense as well. Yeah. So that's it. They're pretty versatile. They're very smart with the schemes that we're running. They know not only do they know what they're doing, but they also know what everybody else on the line is doing. So that's why it was being able to bring their younger brother, Adrian, in. Then we put him back out where he's more comfortable at right tackle. And then that also helps because Daquan Washington, another sophomore, went in and started at right guard. And so now he's got Jones on the right of him to be able to help him, in this process of being a sophomore and first-year starter, if there are any questions as well.
And do we have Daquan? Is that who we have with us too?
Right.
Okay.
Daquan Washington, he's known as DQ.
Okay, DQ. So let's talk about him real quick. What made you decide to put him at right guard? I think this was his first start on the O-line.
Well, actually, what made us decide to put him in was just actually watching film on him in practice. Watching him over the last several weeks as he was getting better and better. And so as we're looking at game film and we're grading game film, and then we also watch practice film every evening. And so just watching his improvement, and also, he's got some good strength, and he's able to move people. So we thought, you know what? maybe it's time we take a sophomore, and it actually wound up being 2 sophomores, got them up on the offensive line, and we were pleased with the way they played against Southeast.
Yeah, they took care of the inside. There's no doubt about it. So that's who we have with us, as we already mentioned, Dadrian Jones and Daquan Washington, who goes by DQ. And Dadrian, good to have you on. We're going to turn you guys up now. What's your nickname?
Day-Day.
Day-Day, okay. Well, obvious question here, and then you talked a little bit to Tom Carpenter. I know it can be an adventure because he's not really an interviewer. He's just someone who likes to have a conversation whenever he talks to Coach Hall or whoever the players of the games are. But he wanted to get you on with your brothers. What was it like, though? That had to be cool for your family, for your parents, but definitely for you to be on the starting offensive line with your 2 brothers. What was that like?
It felt good having them both on the same field with me. My first time playing with them ever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just felt weird, but at the same time, it felt good to play with my brothers.
First time ever. So during the game, were you guys talking to each other a lot?
Me and DeMonte talk a lot because he's on the left of me. But in the huddle, when we go in a different personnel, then, I'll talk to DeMarion a little bit.
Okay, but you also have the added responsibility of being the center. So, I mean, we have seen the center can mess everything up, especially now that so many teams are in the gun. What was that like? Were you practicing at that position before last week, or were you just brought in for that?
Well, I've been playing center my whole life, ever since I started football. So it wasn't really new to me, but, I practiced it a lot.
All right. And were you nervous at all, snapping it?
Nah, not really.
Okay, let's also talk to Daquan, as we're going to start calling him DQ now. And DQ, what was that like for you, being in sort of the starting lineup when you'd been playing behind different players? And this, of course, was the most important game of the season because it's the district game, so that's the game you guys had to have. Did you feel any pressure?
Yeah, I felt there was a little bit of pressure going in, knowing people have been replaced easily, knowing if I messed up, that could be bad.
So how do you feel like you did?
I feel like I did good.
All right, back to coach here. How would you grade the offensive line against Southeast? You said they did a good job, but let's go into some more specifics.
Okay, yeah. So actually, the linemen actually do get graded after every game, and I'm just about done with that process. But I mean, with it not being completed, I mean, our offensive line did much better than we have in the past. And the process that I'm in the grading right now, I can tell that each individual grade for our 5 linemen are automatically going to be higher. Mm-hmm. And then I also look at it as an overall unit too. But yeah, I can foresee that our grades this week are going to be much higher.
Very good. Day-Day. So first time starting alongside your brothers, but do you ever practice against them or just wrestle around with them maybe? I mean, you're only a couple years younger. Do you guys ever go to the backyard and do the Oklahoma drill or something like that?
Nah. If we had pads, we probably would. But at practice, we go against each other a lot.
Okay, and have you felt as the younger brother the kind of responsibility to try to keep up with them as far as strength goes and then other physical attributes?
Yeah, in the weight room, I lift alongside of them. All the linemen lift on the same side. So I try to keep up with them, but it's a lot stronger than me.
For now. Yeah, they do have a 2-year advantage. That matters right now. At some point, it won't matter as much. So, DQ, what about you? Do you have any brothers?
Yeah, I have one older brother, but he doesn't. He lives in Enid.
Okay. And how long have you been playing football?
This is my 5th year.
5th year. So, I mean, obviously they need size. They need someone to be a lineman. Is that something that you embrace, or maybe when you were younger, did you want to play another position?
When I was younger, I wanted to play like running back. Mm-hmm. But as I got older,
I'd love to see it.
As I got older and started playing O-line, I started to love it.
Okay, so Coach, you talk about practice being tough. During a season, how much contact is there for the line, especially going against the D-line?
We have contact every day.
Okay.
Yeah, we have different periods. We have different things that we do throughout our 2-hour practice, but everything that we move to, I would say probably 2/3 of our practice, they're in contact, either with other people or we're out there driving the sled. There's not very much time where it's like on air or anything.
Even Thursday? Or day before game?
Okay, well, now Thursdays, that's a different one. Yeah, that's the day before game. And so we still have some drills and stuff that we do, but that's, we focus on the kicking game, and then we have some time where we go off and we do some team stuff with offense, team stuff with defense. But, yeah, for the most part, contact's a lot lighter on Thursday.
So then it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday you guys go at it.
Exactly.
Okay. And, guys, what is your favorite drill in practice, or what's your favorite thing to do in practice, especially when you have your pads on?
Team.
I like one-on-ones, 2-on-2.
Oh, I like the 2-on-2 drill.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that is, but it sounds competitive. I'm sure you're going up against two tough guys on defense, so makes you better.
Yeah.
Now, Day-Day, do you have to practice a lot on your own with Roman on your snaps?
Yeah. We try to get as much snaps as we can every day.
And then, Coach, how often do they work with either Roman or the starting running back, Jaheim Mahmood?
Well, of course, they're always working with them when we're in team. They're working with them when we're doing inside.
Run polish.
And then run polish. So I would say probably on the offensive side of the practice, it's probably, 45 minutes out of an hour that they're working with the quarterback and the running back.
And what do you guys – I mean, if there's another running back in besides Jaheim, do you have a different mindset? Because he loves to run up the middle. I'm sure that's designed. But, he obviously embraces it. What's some challenges with that, trying to maintain your blocks and stuff like that when you know he's going to be coming in behind you at some point?
Just move my man, get out the way, or he going to run through you.
Yeah.
Just got to get a push, or he's going to come behind you, knock you over.
And you find that, is it easy for you guys to avoid false starts and holding penalties?
Yeah. We just got to get that through our brain. We've been having a tough time with that lately, but we'll get it done.
Do you agree, DQ?
Yeah.
Of course, obviously, when the defensive lines get tougher, who knows what you're going to see in the next few weeks. That's a new challenge. And so let's talk about that, Coach. Newcastle, they're 1-0. They just pounded Duncan. So, they have players. I looked at their roster earlier today. There's a big roster. They have a lot of players. So for a team that just came up from 4A, that's pretty good there. And I'm sure you've had a chance to look at their D-line with actual game film. And, of course, their games are also on the Oklahoma Sports Network like ours.
Right.
So what have you thought as you study their front seven?
Well, they're big and they're strong. That definitely does stand out. So, it will definitely be a challenge for our guys up front because they're going to, the guys they're going to go against this week are bigger and stronger than the ones they saw last year. Not that Southeast isn't good, but you can just tell these guys are bigger and stronger. So they're going to have a big challenge to get ahead of them.
All right, Day-Day, what do you think about Newcastle?
Some big linemen up front, but I think we get a push.
Okay. DQ?
On film, they look big and physical, but really it's who wants it more.
There you go.
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and ask yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light, and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes,
call Rob and Will.
Welcome back to Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Jordan Ray, Tom Carpenter. The Carpenter cam is temporarily down. We will try to fix that for you at halftime. But let's go ahead and talk about, well, first off, Whataburger. We really thank Whataburger for advertising with us the entire school year, not just football but other sports. Whataburger, both, there's two in Midwest City. That's one of the things that makes us so special. They're not owned by the same people, but they have teamed up to advertise with us. That includes the location at 2914 South Douglas Boulevard and at 5925 Southeast 15th Street in Midwest City. Both Whataburgers, by the way, are open 24 hours a day, so a great place to go on a late Friday night. And yes, we have done that here with the Midwest City crew. Give your taste buds that winning feeling with the new boneless Whata wings from Whataburger, available for a limited time. They also have like a new jalapeno bacon burger that I'm dying to try out. Anyway, we thank Whataburger. Okay, now we're going to start showing you something new with the district play beginning, and that is the 5A District 1 standings. And this includes last night's game between Lawton MacArthur and Classen SAS, won by Lawton MacArthur. That was their first district game of the year. They had a bye week. And to remind you, you see Guyman there. They're not involved in football, so the other 7 teams will have a bye week from here on out. Midwest City's bye week will come in week 9. But the 4 teams that are 1-0 are the 4 teams that we expect to make the playoffs. Just a matter of what seed. And Midwest City plays the other 3 1-0 teams the next 3 weeks. Newcastle, then Bishop McGuinness, then Lawton MacArthur. So this is basically judgment week for, or not judgment week, but a judgment week type of stretch for the Bombers. We'll call it judgment month, I guess, Tom.
There you
October.
go.
Remember OU football in 2000? October was their judgment month, and they came out with flying colors. Anyway, fond memories. Speaking of Newcastle, let's take a closer look at their schedule so far and how they've done. So bear with me a second here, Tom. There are some similarities between the Newcastle Racers of this year and Midwest City. Here, for example, they both played a 6A1 team and won. For Midwest City, it was against PC West. I'm sorry, 6A2 team and won. For Newcastle, it was Bartlesville. Newcastle has 2 rivals that are close by. They're not in the same school district, but they're close by. That, of course, is Tuttle and Blanchard. They lost to both their rivals. Midwest City obviously has 2 school district rivals that are very close by, Carl Albert and Del City, and they lost to both of those teams. And also, Newcastle's one loss was to a very good Elgin team that beat Midwest City here last year, and Midwest City's one loss, besides the 2 of their rivals, was to Piedmont, who won here a couple years ago. And finally, most importantly, both Midwest City and Newcastle took care of business in district play last week. Of course, you should know Midwest City beat up Southeast pretty badly. A game that was not as close as the score would indicate. I believe the final was 41-14.
Right.
Well, Newcastle rolled past Duncan by a score of 60-0. They're a little healthier now, so this is the Newcastle team we're going to expect for this week. Real quick note, as Tom mentioned, Lincoln King is out with an injury. We'll talk some of that about that throughout the game and season, but that's definitely a blow to Midwest City. They do, however, have Christian Chudy back, and he'll mostly be used as a backup to Jaheim Mahmoud, and that could be very significant because they may need him to spell Jaheim and give him some rest. And with all that, here is Tom Carpenter's Keys to the Game.
All right, Keys to the Game are brought to you by the Intertwined Hearts Ministry. Biblical-based counseling, mentoring, and spiritual direction for couples and adult individuals. Scott and Alicia Young both graduated from Midwest City, and their kids graduated from Midwest City. It's 9107 East Reno Avenue. For the Newcastle Racers, they got to keep handing the rock to T.J. Bradford. He's averaging 113.7 yards a game. They need to stop Mahmoud and his fantastic ground game, and they need to keep pressure on the young Bomber quarterback. For your Midwest City Bombers, keep the momentum going. Winning puts a smile on everybody's face. Our big boys need to control the line of scrimmage and no dumb penalties.
All right, Tom, I'm beginning to think that no dumb penalties is a very important thing.
Well, it's been biting us every week, even last week. You know, we had the game in hand, and I don't know why we would do the dumb penalties. I mean, sometimes you lose your cool, but you know we had that game well in hand, and there was no reason to get that upset about whatever happened.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll have the coin toss for you and then the kickoff. You are watching – and starters in between. You're watching Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, there's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business, and always remember, got hail? Call Cantrell. Call them at 405-642-8558.
Welcome back to Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network, and we're now going to bring you the coin toss. And the coin toss is brought to you by Louis of Midwest City. We ate there earlier today, Tom, and I'm still full, so I'm satisfied. Located at 6007 Southeast 15th Street. Louis, we're in your neighborhood.
It's pretty good.
All right, so we're going to hopefully bring you at least a video of that. I think our intern, we only have one intern for this. We used to have two, and he's forgetting to turn on his microphone.
Tom,
here we go. I take it back.
Sides, okay?
My apologies, Denver.
If you would, please.
If you would, when you knock someone down, pick them back up. You're going to celebrate with your teammates, not over somebody, okay? All right, can you do that for me? If you got a teammate that gets out of hand, shut them down. You're the captains, you're the representatives. All right? Newcastle, you're my visiting team. That's the heads, and that's the tails. That's the heads, that's the tails. What do you want to call? Tails, you're looking for the black. Won the toss. Ball? Okay. Gentlemen, they're taking the football. Which end would you like to think?
We would like to defend this side, so you want to kick the ball that way.
Kick the clock. Yes. Put your back to the white. Put your back.
Racers win the toss and elect to receive, and Bomber's going to defend the west end if you didn't get that clear enough.
I'm happy that Midwest City will have the ball to start the second half. I don't know why I like it that way. Well, that's just how I always played Madden. I guess that's why. Okay, let's go ahead and show you these starting lineups. And not a whole lot different, but a little bit different on offense for Midwest City because of Lincoln King's injury. First of all, we got two different ones to show you. So if they go with a two running back set, you got Roman Manella, quarterback Jaheim Mahmoud at running back, and then you have Wren at running back as the fullback, that of course being Fenric Wren. And the receivers are Chance Davis, Josiah Johnson, and Devin Walker. The offensive line from left to right, same as last week. So they're satisfied with last week's offensive line performance, so no changes. Shakari Fletcher, left tackle. DeMonte Jones at left guard. Dadrian Jones at center. Daquan Washington at right guard. Domarion Jones at right tackle. Now if they go with what's called a 10 personnel Midwest City, that's 4 watts. Go ahead and show you that. You'll simply see Dustin Anderson in place of Fenric Wren. Defensively for Midwest City will look like this. So Deshaun Grisby at defensive end, Jarrell Chambry at nose guard, Domarion Jones at defensive tackle, Ross Jones is the spinner, Aiden Brown, Agent Zero, is the Viper, Kewan Landrum, the middle linebacker, Hayden Perrin, weak side linebacker, the secondary, Brandon Dixon at cornerback, that is, of course, Chance Davis at strong safety, Devin Walker at free safety, and Josiah Johnson, of course, again, he's moved to cornerback. He's played safety much of his career at Midwest City, but he was cornerback last week. He'll play at cornerback again starting-wise this week. Midwest City coaches, Darrell Hall in his 13th year as the Bomber coach. And then, of course, we also have Randon Lowe as the offensive coordinator. Tyler Cade, the defensive coordinator. John Mitchell, defensive line coach. Philip Wall, the other defensive line coach. Aaron Wagner, one of the high school freshman coach. James Price, the head freshman coach. DBC, Dominic Barnes-Carnes, the cornerback coach and special teams coach. Butch Chauvinek, strength and conditioning coach. The offensive line coaches are Robert Walker, and we now have it spelled correctly, Stony Burt. Malcolm Mack is the safeties coach. Jameel Owens, the wide receiver coach. David Mustin, the running backs coach. And the other Freshman coach is J.R. Moore. Still some more sponsors to have for you. We love having this many sponsors. We really do. And we are about to see a AAA copy kickoff for all your printing needs. Your one-stop print shop, fan heads, T-shirts, buttons. Come get your prints today at AAA 709 South Air Depot in Midwest City. And the first quarter sponsor is Buffalo Wild Wings. Located 5500 Tinker Diagonal in Del City, Buffalo Wild Wings offers buy one, get one. Every Tuesday and Thursday is buy one, get one. Buffalo Wild Wings. We'll probably go back there next week. Okay, we have a clock camera issue, so we're going to take it off. No wonder it works so well. It was frozen. We will see if we can get it back on maybe by halftime.
We have Alex Shamard as one of the receivers. Who else is that back there? Number 16. He looks like he is Trey Burchett. So those are our two deep men. Let's see what
Ruben Trejo to kick. Expect an angled kick down one of the sidelines, probably towards the Midwest City sideline. No, it's more straight up the middle. Picked up by Nutman for Newcastle. And he's going to have a good return to the 45. That's not the field position the Bombers were hoping for.
No.
The quarterback for Newcastle is Jackson Shanuel. And believe, Tom, he may have pitched in the Newcastle baseball game we did back in May, or at least he was one of their starters somewhere in the field.
Right.
Of course, they have a great running back, as Tom has already mentioned, in T.J. Bradford.
Kids putting some yards. I don't know how good the defenses were, but
we'll find out if Midwest City is good enough. Shamuel will be under the gun. Handoff.
No, he can't.
No, he keeps it. He's a big guy, too, and he gets a good run at first down. That was a good fake. Faked us out. Finally bringing him down was Grisby, and we're looking at only a 2nd and 1, so a good first down play for the Racers. Shanuel is big, too. He's going to be a tough one to tackle. Now it's Bradford. He'll get a first down.
And he'll
get a lot more. He is gone. First run for T.J. Bradford's a Newcastle touchdown. And just like that, the new Racers sent a statement to the Bombers. Will the Bombers match that as Newcastle's going to take a 6-0 lead? That's the type of thing you saw against Del City. So we'll see if the Bombers can fix it this time. Racers will attempt an extra point. That's Toby Pfeiffer, who's a more precise kicker, I believe as he was called. More accurate with his kicks. He's accurate with that one. And your score is Newcastle 7, Midwest City 0. You're watching Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
Welcome back to Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Here's your AAA copy kickoff. AAA copy in Midwest City. The kickoff for Newcastle will be Brian Madrino. Ronnie AAA kickoff located at 709 South Air Depot in Midwest City. Your one-stop print shop. Madreno's kick is a good one. He's got a good leg. It's going to be a touchback. Tom?
That was a two-play, 55-yard drive with a 46-yard blast from Bradford. Drive summary is brought to you by Madison's Country Cooking, located at 4747 Southeast 29th Street, Del City. Open from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Tuesdays through Saturdays.
Roman Manell at quarterback. It looks like Midwest City will start out 4 wide. And not much going for Mahmoud, so the first run play for Midwest City doesn't work. No gains, so it'll be 2nd and 10. So hoping at some point the Bombers can figure things out, but this is a bit of a tough start. Like Edward Nevins is actually starting a wide receiver. He was. Still's out there. You got a bunch formation now and you got a end around. And stumbling his way, that's one of the new starting receivers for Midwest City. That's number 87, Devin Walker. He'll gain a couple, and he'll have a third and about 7 or 8 there.
Well, I thought I was going to be impressed by their number 73. He's 6'5" and 300 pounds, but he got handled one-on-one pretty well. So that's impressive for our Bomber line to do that.
Not a great snap. Now he needs to get rid of it. He will not get rid of it, though. I don't know what that play was because he rolled to his right, but he had no pass protection there. He's going to get sacked. Was it the snap, Tom, that just led him that way? Or
I don't know what the play was, but that was not what I'm sure was how it was written up.
No, and now you're going to see probably good field position for Newcastle here. The punter should be the new punter for Midwest City with Lincoln King out. Chance Bubba Davis. He needs a good kick here. Bombers need a good play. Haven't really had one yet. Bit of a low snap, but he gets just fine.
Nice kick. That's good.
Kick has hang time to it.
Got a good bounce.
And, yeah, it will not be returned. Still good field position for Newcastle. They're going to get the ball at the Midwest City 44. It'll be their second possession, and, of course, all eyes will now be on T.J. Bradford, who has a long touchdown run already, right up the middle. So 1st and 10 for Jackson Shanuel. He's got 2 in the backfield. Sends Bradford in motion. Still could be a quarterback keeper here. No, Shanuel will pass.
He may keep it.
Look to run. Now he throws it.
Oh,
and it's deflected. And, yeah, almost picked off there by Chance Davis. So it'll be 2nd and 10, but that's good coverage down the field there.
Oh, he was on him. He shouldn't have thrown that pass. I don't know what he was thinking, but I guess he was going to get greedy and see if he could get something early because he was covered. That guy was covered.
Second and 10. Now Bradford's in the backfield. This handoff, still a big hole for him. He'll get close to first down. Aiden Brown finally with a tackle. It's the first time Bradford gets tackled, but, yeah, Tom, the blocking up front is advantage Newcastle. It'll be 3rd down, though. Well, they may as well just do that every play. Shanuel does try to get Midwest City offsides. They've been pretty good, Tom, of the Bombers at avoiding that.
Yeah, they've been better at avoiding that dumb penalty.
Keeper, Bradford, and it'll be close. Forward progress will probably give him a first down, yes. Yep. It was well defended. Unfortunately, it was 3rd and short. Terrell Chambray was one of the Bombers to bring him down. First and 10 now. Man in motion. Shanuel will roll to his left. He is looking to throw.
Oh, he got hit
Launches
pretty good.
one. Has a man. It's dropped. The play was there. He wasn't wide open, but the play was there. And it'll be 2nd and 10. It looked like the intended receiver for Newcastle was number 8, Caden Longman.
Chance Davis was on that. Bubba had him pretty well covered. If it had probably if the pass a little better on the mark, he might have caught that, but he was too close to the out of bounds.
I mean, Newcastle's kind of helped Midwest City by trying to pass. That's not gone as well for them. When they run the ball, though, we're about to see it here, but now we have a flag, and it will be against Newcastle.
Yay!
So the Bombers, this is something they have to capitalize on, Tom. When you get to 2nd and 15,
yep,
you got to take advantage of that. I don't have a clock for you, but we're at 8:13 to go in the first quarter. Second drive for Newcastle. They scored in only 2 plays. Midwest City, on the other hand, went 3 and out in their 1 possession. But this drive's taking a little bit longer for Newcastle to get going here. They do have a first down. Bombers would like to force a 3rd and long. And before we can get to the 2nd and 15 play, Newcastle will call a timeout. We'll take a break as well. And this Buffalo Wild Wings first quarter. You're watching Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
State Representative Max Wolfley.
As a longtime Mid-Dell teacher, coach, and parent, I first ran for the legislature to ensure taxpayer dollars appropriated for education actually made it all the way to the classroom. That concern hasn't changed and seems even more important today. Thank you for giving me the privilege of serving the people of our district.
Max Wolfley, looking out for educators, seniors, veterans, and all of us. Recorded in our kitchen after midnight. Can you tell?
Welcome back to Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Out of timeout by Newcastle, so they have 2 left in this half. They're going to have a 2nd and 15. Trips on the left for Shanuel. He's going to keep it up the middle after the fake from Bradford. And Shanuel with a big play. He's going to get a first down. Just looks like the Bombers don't, well, he didn't make anyone miss, but the Bombers just weren't getting close to him. Good blocking upfield by the Newcastle line. And they get a first down and then some, as the ball will now be a red zone opportunity for Newcastle. So 1st and 10 at the Midwest City 18. Handoff Bradford. This time the Bombers were able to converge on him.
He lost a yard.
Yeah, I think he did lose a yard. Felix Fuentes was there, so was Aiden Brown. Yeah, maybe 2 yards. We'll call it 2nd and 12.
Yep.
Well, you know, that's, again, when you're running to the sides to Midwest City, they're a little better. When you run right up the middle, that's where Newcastle's had a huge advantage. They haven't had an advantage throwing the ball or running to the edge. But when they run up the middle, they've gotten what they want.
Kept it again.
And right there you see a quarterback keeper. He gets inside the 10. That'll be close to a first down. Aiden Brown, who leads Middle City in tackles, does trip him up just shy of the first down. Yeah, they got to have a plan for that, Tom, and maybe they do. It just isn't working. Should be a 3rd down, and now it's a first down run by Bradford. It's Josiah Johnson with a tackle. We're looking at he's saying 2nd and goal. I don't think that's right, but it is officially 2nd and goal. Better for Midwest City, I guess, now.
Not if we can't stop him.
You're right. 2nd and goal at the 3. Bradford, and he will escape a couple tacklers and score. Too easy. And early indications are, Tom, this is looking like, well, it's even worse than what Carlsbad looked like at this point, but definitely like what it looked like against Del City, where the Bombers are just getting outmanned. Still early, though.
Right. Well, a lot of their guys are going both ways, and that may be something advantageous to the Bombers, and they get tired down there. But we jumped off sides.
If I was Newcastle, I'd go for 2 then.
Nope, they declined it. He just wants to kick it.
I guess the kick went through. If it went through, I guess, can they decline it? Or is it dead ball penalty?
No, they can
All right,
decline it.
The play counts, it appears. Or does it?
It's a dead ball, so they have to do it again.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was a dead ball penalty play.
He declined it.
So you can't decline it then. I mean, you could decline it, but you can't take the play if it's a dead ball. You can't say, oh, we want the result. There's no result officially.
He didn't look like he's having trouble kicking it, though. He's just
nope.
Looks like he's a pretty good kicker.
It's a new kicker. This is another place kicker. This kick is up, and they're sharing playing time when it comes to their place kickers. For this one, we have number 23, Gage Bell, with that extra point. We've seen, again, 3 different kickers. None of them have punted yet, so we're not even talking about that. Newcastle dominating Midwest City in the early going 14-0 right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Welcome back to Mississippi Bomber Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Here's another AAA copy kickoff. For all your printing needs, your one-stop print shop, fan heads, T-shirts, buttons. Come get your prints today at AAA 709 South Air Depot in Midwest City. They're using the same guy as their kickoff guy as Newcastle. That's Brian Madrano. And why not? He got a touchback his last kick. This will not be a touchback. It will be fielded. That might be Mahmoud. It is Mahmoud. And so a little better field position to start out for Midwest City as they get the ball close to the 25. It will be on the 25-yard line. Tom?
That was a 9-play, 44-yard drive. Extra point was good, making it 14-0. Drive summary is brought to you by Madison's Country Cooking in Del City. They have breakfast, lunch, and dinner along with daily specials and a new Mediterranean menu with gyros, kebabs, hummus, and Greek salad.
Okay, this is a very important drive for the Bombers. They got trips to the right. They fake it to Manella. They loft it to the sideline. Caught there by Chance Davis at the 30 for a 5-yard gain. Not a bad first play, Tom, although I would tell Chance, don't go out of bounds right away. You didn't have to. They gave him quite the cushion.
Right, but he didn't realize that.
Yeah, well, that's just something he needs to learn to be aware of when he's given cushion like that. But, again, a good first down play, so Midwest City has it 2nd and 5. Now Mahmoud, there's a big run for Jaheim Mahmoud.
Yeah,
he's still going. He cuts it to the right. Jaheim Mahmoud to the 40, 30, cuts it back again. Still hard to bring down, and he will be down at the 15, make it 16-yard line. But there is
a flag.
A flag. Question is, where would that take place, assuming that's holding against Midwest City? But where it looks is like it's going to be not good for the Bombers. And there's I don't know if you call it a dub penalty, Tom, because I don't know the nature of the holding penalty.
We don't know what it was, but
everyone's coming back, though, so it's definitely against Midwest City. If the hold took place towards the end of the run, it may still be a first down.
Face mask.
Oh, no, it's on Newcastle, face mask.
And holding.
It is a holding penalty, so it's going to offset. That means the play still never happened. You'd almost rather it just be a holding penalty on Newcastle up the field. I don't think it was, though, meaning towards where Mahmoud landed,
right,
then you could go 10 yards from that. But, that's a tough one. You're going to have to.
But we did make a pretty good gain on that, so that's a good sign.
So we'll do it again. 2nd and 5 at the 30.
High snap.
Manila will throw it again, throw it short.
And he's
They're giving him that cushion, a little bit less cushion there, not as long of a gain as Chance Davis with the catch. We're looking at a 3rd and about 1 or 2 here. You'd rather get that first down because if they don't get it, Tom, they're probably going to punt, and you really don't want to punt here. So this is a huge 3rd down, and I don't want to say that very often because it's kind of redundant to call a 3rd down huge. But that's what this one is.
We got trips right, so let's get JoJo the ball. Nope, you're not going to do it. I thought he'd
Small mood, but his forward progress should give him the first down. I mean, you can't blame the call there. It's Jaheim. So a fresh set of downs for Midwest City. And it's their first official first down of the game. Not in the red zone yet, look like they're going to be, but I think they're making Newcastle, they're seeing how much Newcastle respects the speed of Midwest City, and they respect it a lot to give them cushion, and we'll see if the Bombers keep taking advantage of that. They're going to throw it to that side again. This time we got an incomplete pass. Darwan Davis, the intended receiver, and he couldn't hold on to that. And that's the problem that Roman Manel's had. Those short passes, too many of them are incomplete. But it's only 2nd down, so we'll see if Midwest City can get it back here. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left for Roman Manila. 2nd and 10. They're going to change the play, it looks like. Josiah Johnson, by the way, is the inside receiver on the right side. So keep in mind him. And Manila is getting a lot of time. Throws it over the middle.
Oh, no, he dropped it.
And the pass is deflected, incomplete. Almost a pick by Newcastle. I couldn't even see who the intended receiver was. That's a linebacker, Preston Scognetti, I believe, who almost picked it off. And now it'll be 3rd and 10.
All right, guys, we need to get some more room. Let's get it down there.
Trips to the right. Manila rolls to the right. This time he's got some protection. Fires
he threw it
and
away.
Overthrows his man, Darwan Davis. And Midwest City will now have to punt.
He's going to start finding his targets. We're having trouble. I mean, that was bad because not that they were wide open, but they were open enough to catch the ball if they got it to him.
So Newcastle, if this can be a good punt by Chance Davis, this should not be as good a field position as they've had. We'll see if that matters.
Let's get our coverage down there.
It's a good snap, really good snap. Solid kick.
Oh, it almost hit that player. That'd have been great. Hit that racer.
And Newcastle will get the ball at their own 35-yard line. 4:35 to go. And what is the Buffalo Wild Wings first quarter? Bombers in a hole right now. They need to step up all around. Right now it's their defense that needs to step up.
This is definitely their worst starting field position. So.
Yep. Andrew Reeves is in at, I believe, the spinner position. And you got both Brody Maddox and Jarrell Chambrian. I think it's going to be Brody Maddox who's the nose guard here. Yeah, and Chambry, the defensive tackle. And can they get something done against Jackson Shanuel, who has devastated Midwest City with his runs? So is T.J. Bradford, and he's going to get a big gain here. T.J. Bradford is gone. Just down the left sideline. He's not going to be touched. And Newcastle scores easily again. Tyler Kay, the defensive coordinator for Midwest City, has to be beside himself here. You can kind of see him pacing right there. And just not what anyone was hoping for on the Midwest City end, of course, but Newcastle's shown to be that good. And we'll see who they send to kick the extra point. You never know with Newcastle. That's one area where they're a bit of a mystery. Well, it looks like they're going to go back to Toby Pfeiffer.
It's better to have too many kickers than not enough.
That's true.
Maybe we can get one in the transfer portal. It's good.
And the extra point is good. And your score in the first quarter, brutal for Midwest City. They're down 21-0 on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
I am here to contest the new Whataburger from Whataburger. What? Real wings have bones. And these boneless wings are actually premium chicken tender bites tossed in one of Whataburger's famous sauces. Honey butter, honey barbecue, buffalo, or
sweet and spicy.
And now Nashville hot? Those do not turn these Whata wings into real wings. I know what a real wing is. That snow.
Whataburger, Whata wings.
Welcome back to Midwest City Bomber Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Here's another AAA copy kickoff. The third one for Newcastle, which obviously is not what you're hoping for.
No.
For all your printing needs, your one-stop print shop, fan heads, T-shirts, buttons, come and get your prints today at AAA. Look at 709 South Air Depot in Midwest City. So
let's see if he kicks it deep.
Yeah, he didn't kick it deep last time. This one's going to be like it was on the first time, that was his best kick yet, actually.
Out of the end zone.
There's a touchback. All right, Tom.
Drive Summary is brought to you by Madison's Country Cooking in Dell City. Kids 12 and under eat free. Look them up on Facebook and Google. It's not a tough one. It's a one-play, 65-yard drive with Bradford going 65 yards. It's 21-0 Newcastle.
And to remind you, Midwest City had a long run, not a touchdown run, but a long run with Jaheim Mahmoud called off because of a holding penalty.
Offsetting penalty.
That was offsetting, but still, you can't count it as a penalty given what happened there. Here's Mahmoud, first handoff, and he's not getting the opening that Newcastle is running the ball, but he did get 4.
I'll take it.
Yeah, not a bad gain on first down. And we've seen Roman Manello throw the ball pretty well to his left side, not as much to his right or up the middle. So we'll see if he can spread the ball around here if need be. Actually, the running back in, I don't know if that was Mahmoud in previously. That's Christian Chudy in right now. And Chudy will get the ball. Can he get to the edge? Yes, he can. And he's tackled just shy of the first down.
Yeah, they shortened him. He's about 2 yards short.
And he got tripped up just beyond the first down marker, close to it. So
I didn't see who made the tackle, but it was a good tackle.
Third and about 2.
He turned him in and then made the tackle.
Handoff for the first down. Midwest City does get it. That's Chudy again. So it's good to see him back. He didn't play last week because, well, I won't say why, but it wasn't a huge thing, but it was enough to keep him out of that game.
A dumb thing, let's put it that way.
Well, he's fresh now. He's looking good right now at the moment.
I'm not going to complain because that gives Mahmoud a chance to catch a break, catch his breath, and get back in there. And
it's clear from a talent standpoint, he's their second best running back. And if he's back next year, he'll be their best running back with Jaheim Mahmoud graduating. 1st and 10, handoff.
Oh, nice.
Well, you could see him swing there. Talking about Chudy, I guess to free up his arm, but that's the best official run for Midwest City, and this will be the first drive where they have 2 first downs. We getting replay there? All right, we'll have it for you next good run. Bombers are no huddling here to Pierce. Twins to the right and left for Manella. Handoff again. Some more good running by Chudy. Let's see if we can get that out. So I want to let you know that replays are brought to you by Triple Elite Screen Printing. Triple Elite, find world-class design, hot new styles. That was a 9-yard run for Chudy, so we have a second down. He's going to get the ball again. Newcastle is ready for that. They get him at the line of scrimmage.
Somebody's hat came off.
A Newcastle player lost his helmet. That's number 7 for them. I don't have him on the 2 deep. Tucker Brown. 3rd and a long one. Now you think about going for it if you don't get it. But we'll see we'll see what happens here. The run, middle forward progress. We'll get him a first down and then some. See it again.
Let's keep it up.
And we're at the 46-yard line. This is the first time Midwest City has been in Newcastle territory. This drive is massive. As Newcastle has thrown the first punch, the second punch, and the third punch in this game. First and 10. Manella will throw in this one. Fires it down the right side. And it's deflected. They fall on it like it's a fumble.
Yeah, I think he caught it, and they gave him a.
Darwan Davis caught it at the line of scrimmage, so. Well, you need to throw something farther down the field, too, if you can.
Yeah, that was kind of weak.
I think they lost yardage on that.
He probably had a yard or two, but then when he fumbled it, he went backwards to cover it up. But as long as he can cover it up, I guess we'll take it. Mahmoud's back in.
And Mahmoud Fresh will get the handoff, and he'll get to the 39-yard line. Now you're in 4-down territory.
Yeah, we really don't have much choice here.
So it'll be 3rd and about 4. Again, it's Mahmoud with the handoff. Mahmoud shakes off a tackler, and then he just falls forward.
He's going to be close.
That's the quarterback, by the way, Jackson Shanuel for Newcastle, who was able to hold on to him.
He's short.
That, by the way, will also be the end of the first quarter. We have a Newcastle player down as well, but we'll take a break and come back with the second quarter action. I believe it's 4th and short, and Midwest City will be going for it. That's what we expect to see when we come back. You're watching Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and asked yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light, and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it?
Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes, call Rob and Will.
Welcome back to Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. A big play to start the second quarter, and the Bombers will go with a heavy package here. And it's Mahmoud, and again, he's so hard to make him go backwards, Tom. Just so hard to make him go backwards. So we have a Midwest City first down. By the way, taking the snap there is Josiah Johnson. So JoJo is the new quarterback of the 31 package that looked pretty good against Southeast.
And he's pretty fast. That's the good news.
Yes.
You know, he's not going to get stuck back there. He's going to run around and try to avoid tackles and do what he needs to do.
He's going to stay in there, too, with the fresh set of downs, I think. Yeah, he is. He and Jaheim. Fenric Wren is one of the lead blockers here. After all, Newcastle has one of their big linemen out, so this might be a good time there. High snap. JoJo on the keeper. He flips over at the 30, gets the 29-yard line.
Kind of a late hit on him there, but they're switching out the package.
I believe it's 2nd and 6.
Keep the mo going. Keep the mo going. We got to score right here. We need to get something on the board.
So Mahmoud still in. Now we go with the 10 personnel package. That's 4 wideouts. Strips to the right or left, one to the right. Mahmoud has to slow it down. He has to bounce out. He's going to lose yardage. There's just nowhere for him to go. The middle got clogged, and
he's going forward progress of maybe a yard.
That's a generous forward progress, in my opinion, but Middle City needs all the help they can get. So they have to get to the Newcastle 18. Trey Burchett, by the way, made the tackle for the Racers. Third and 5. So they did gain a yard there. Again, 2 down territory. I think we got a Midwest City timeout called by Coach Hall. We do. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, there's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business, and always remember, got hail? Call Cantrell. Call them at 405-642-8558.
Welcome back to Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Jordan Ray, Tom Carpenter. This is the Tegan Malone second quarter. More on that here in a moment. Right now we have a big, huge third down. But Tegan Malone, we want to talk about her because she's running for State House District 95. So we got some information to pass on to you about her and her campaign. You ought to look up what she's got going on as far as events go, as we're getting close to Election Day, about a month away. But now we got a big moment for Midwest City. It's 3rd down and 5 for Roman Manella. And I have a timeout, a flag on the Bombers. Tom, that's frustrating. You had a timeout there. I don't know what you designed out of timeout, but I'm sure it wasn't that. Be 3rd and about 10.
Apparently somebody was moving, so.
Looked like they may have wanted to try to draw Newcastle off sides, and it backfired. Manella to pass. Fires.
We got it.
And it's caught in traffic. And for a first down, that's Chance Davis with the biggest play he's made as a Bomber. So Roman Manella, I don't know if he has converted too often on 3rd and long. I think he has a couple times before this season, and that he does it there.
That was a good strike. That was right on the money.
And we have a Sovereign Bank Red Zone. We'll talk more about Sovereign Bank here in a moment, but that is coming up, a Sovereign Bank Red Zone trip for Midwest City. As the ball's at the 13-yard line, he's going to throw it again. Has a guy open in the flat and getting tackled at the 10-yard line. That's Devin Walker. Good positive play there.
Didn't know if that was a horse collar or the way he went down, but apparently it wasn't. The ref was right there, so it was a good call.
So this is the most momentum Midwest City's had. Now It's going to get really tight here. Now, Bombers can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. But this is Tom Jaheim Mahmood time, is it not?
It is.
He's going to shift from right to left of Roman Manella. He gets that handoff, and they were ready for him was Newcastle. Going to get a couple. It's going to be third down. This is a Sovereign Bank Red Zone. Sovereign Bank is dedicated to empowering your financial goals and serving our community. Visit our location in the Middle area for all your banking needs. 2600 South Douglas Boulevard, Midwest City, 73130. Member FDIC. Sovereign Bank. To get a first down, Midwest City needs to get to the 3. So they need to get 3 yards. It's third down at the 6. Not third and goal, third and 3. And now you see JoJo in. So here's the 31 package where they have a host of lead blockers. JoJo to keep it, and he just squirts right through and gets a first down.
Well, the good news, that was the 16th play of this drive. And the more Midwest City stays out there, guess what? Newcastle is not scoring.
And hopefully some of the key Bomber defenders will get the rest and the focus they need.
Well,
when they have to get back out there.
It looked like they're getting some direction on the sideline, so I hope it pays off.
They're going to stay in their 31 package. That means, again, Fenric Wren will be a lead blocker, and JoJo will be taking the snap. Bit of a high snap. He gets to Mahmood, and Mahmood will score. Yeah. Touchdown, Midwest City. I want to have that replay for you for Triple Elite. And, Tom, as you can see on this replay, Bomber offensive line starting to really block better and better here.
Yeah, and I really think Newcastle kids are going to get tired because a lot of them are going both ways, and a lot of them are big kids. They don't look in that good a shape for me from where I'm looking at, but not that I ever was. But
these extra points are important. Missy wants to come back, and it's good. Ruben Trejo makes the extra point, which in this situation against Del City, he didn't make it, and they got down 21-6, never got closer. We'll see if that can change this time. It's 21-7 now. Newcastle leads Midwest City right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and ask yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes, call Rob and Will.
The battle has been joined here at Rose Field as Midwest City gets back in this game. And this is a Tegan Malone second quarter. Tegan Malone is a proud product of Middale School. She's a former Middale school teacher, a mom, now owns a small business right here in Midwest City. She's running for State House District 95 to be a champion for our public schools, increase access to health care, put the people of Middale first. A short kick by Trejo. 888 Calpe kickoff. Newcastle running sideways.
Missing tackles, right?
Yeah,
Come on, guys.
Not the best tackling by Midwest City, but they do eventually get him down. Again, this is a 888 Calpe kickoff, and Tom.
That was a 80-yard, 17-play drive, capped off by a Mahmood 3-yard dive. Extra point was good. It's 21-7. Newcastle. Drive summaries brought to you by Madison's Country Cooking in Del City. Have a great Madison's food delivered to you by Uber Eats, Grubhub, and DoorDash. Also, seniors 60 and older can buy one meal and one drink and get the second meal and drink for free.
When are you going to take advantage of that, Tom?
I don't know. I have to get my free meal to go first.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so Jackson Shanuel, who does play linebacker for Newcastle, though he'll sub out at linebacker to get some rest if he needs it. And he's going to keep it. He's been devastating for the Bombers. You can see he's a big guy. Eventually, Keewan Landrum and Hayden Parent helped bring him down. Decent first down run for Newcastle. Will be second down about 6. Bombers defense, if they're going to do anything,
they hold them.
They got to show they can get stops. Haven't done that yet. Again, a keeper by Shanuel, and he has been devastating this game. And he may go the distance. The quarterback, Shanuel, will go the distance. Another big play up the middle. Another long run for Newcastle where there's no flags. Just them out blocking and outplaying Midwest City. It's back to a 3-score lead for Newcastle with the extra point pending. Again, that quarterback read option has been just
devastating.
Yeah. And there's not getting enough players involved on that.
Oh, ball hits the ground.
Bad snap on the extra point. Can Newcastle get something out of it? They're running. The holder's running around. He lofts it up. Oh, it's caught. How is that not deflected? Aiden Brown just sitting there in disbelief. And it's now 29-7. We'll see if that matters. So we'll take a quick break. You're watching Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
Welcome back to Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Jordan Ray, Tom Carpenter. Here's another AAA copy kickoff for you. AAA copy for all your printing needs. Your one-stop print shop, fan heads, T-shirts, buttons. Come and get your prints today at AAA 709 South Air Depot in Midwest City. Now Newcastle's kicking to the right side of us, and they still get a touchback. Thanks to the strong leg there by Brian Madrino. Okay, Tom.
Drive Summary is brought to you by Madison's Country Cooking in Del City. Hey, you can mix or match any 2 breakfast, lunch, and dinner meals with a drink for $23.99. That was a 2-play, 64-yard drive capped off by a Chanel 61-yard scamper. Extra point was bobbled, but they actually got away with a 2-point conversion, and it's now 29-7 Newcastle.
Now a late sub for Midwest City. I don't know what that was about. But they're bringing in number 69. That's Jakari Fletcher. I believe it is who starts for him, so I'm surprised he got in late, but all right. Handoff for a gain of about 1 there is Mahmoud.
We got to get a hat on those racers. There's more of them in the hole than Bombers.
We were in the – they're giving them 2 yards, so it's not nothing. They were getting that some in that last drive, but, again, it's just harder for Midwest City. We temporarily lost our camera shot. We have it now. Hold on 1 second here. Okay, here we go. Second down and 8 for Roman Manella. He's going to throw in the flat. Finds Davis. Davis steps out. This is a short gain. Brandon Lowe was not happy with that. I don't think he wanted something different. I don't know what it was. That's the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach. Maybe it's someone else open. I don't know if that was a check down he went to too quickly. After all, Manella, a right-handed quarterback, has trips to his right, and he did it on that play, still does. So we'll see if on this third down and about 6, he looks to his right. He does, and he lofts it up for Davis. This is not going to be close. And Newcastle had 2 players back.
Yeah, they impeded his way to get down there, but that ball was so far overthrown that I don't believe he could have got there. It was on target. Another 3 and out.
So Chance Davis will come out to punt for, I believe, the 3rd time.
Yes, sir.
And Newcastle has a man back at the 50, so they're going to get good field position again. Although it doesn't matter where they get the ball. Short punt, fielded at the 45. That's Caden Longman who fair caught that for Newcastle, and Newcastle will take over there. We have 5:20 to go in the second quarter. Second quarter brought to you by Teagan Malone. Bombers, they had to work hard for their 1 touchdown. For Newcastle, it seems like it comes easy for them, their touchdowns, and that's a recipe for big loss if things don't change.
We had a great drive, and if they could just keep putting that together, but if the defense doesn't, this Swiss cheese defense has got to stop. They got to stop something here. We're just I don't know what to say.
This is Bradford. He makes one guy miss. And he gets inside the 30. Oh, look at that, staying balanced, and he gets inside the 25 now. Big run for T.J. Bradford of about 23, 24 yards. And Newcastle have it close to the red zone there.
They're going to call timeout. They're not going to need him later. I wonder if Bradford's hurt.
Bradford looks a little gimpy, a little bit. So we'll take a quick break. You're watching Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and ask yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light, and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes,
call Rob and Will.
And welcome back to Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. 1st and 10 for Newcastle. Have to change running backs, which could be a break for Midwest City, although they got to also stop the quarterback. And, yeah, they're just waiting for him to hit them. That's what Ross Jones was doing there. And so he gets a solid first down run. That's Jackson Shanuel. The backup running back is Ruben Rendon Zamora. I think you probably have to key in right now on Shanuel.
Yeah.
On these read options.
And I don't know if I was Newcastle, if I'd put Bradford back in if he is hurt. They're not desperate for it right now.
Rolling to his left, and the pass. Is that
he
caught?
In bounds? Is he in bounds? Official
It
wasn't
is.
even
It's
there.
a touchdown for Newcastle.
The official wasn't even there. Good night. He called that from 10 yards out. 20 yards out, I get. No, 15 yards out.
That's Caden Longman. First completion, I believe, for Shanuel. That's how devastating the running attack's been for Newcastle. They haven't had to go to the air much. And it's just a pounding, 35-7 now. This time they have a good snap and a good extra point. 36-7, Newcastle over Midwest City. You're watching Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Welcome back to Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Here's another AAA copy kickoff for you for all your printing needs. Your one-stop print shop, fan heads, T-shirts, buttons. Come get your prints today at AAA, 709 South Air Depot in Midwest City. And this quarter is brought to you by Tegan Malone. And she wants to remind you that the date would be, I believe, November 8th. Going off memory there. November 5th, my apologies.
They faked an onside kick. That was real classy when you're that far ahead.
Well, they have the regular kickoff guy in now. They have another kicker for onside. Guess they just want to work on it. Newcastle does not have a game next week. And they're going to be feeling good about themselves for maybe quite a while, but definitely for at least 2 more weeks. All right, Tom?
That was a 4-play, 46-yard drive capped off by a Shanuel to long and pass. Drive summary is brought to you by Madison's Country Cooking, located at 4747 Southeast 29th Street in Del City, open from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Tuesday through Saturdays.
All right, first down, it's handoff Mahmoud. And he's just getting hit too early there to do much.
About 3.
Still, you can't bring him down right away. And he gets about 3. Shanuel, the tackle, the linebacker / quarterback. Bombers have about 4 minutes to go to see if they get back on the scoring board. They're trailing by 4 touchdowns and a point. Here's handoff Mahmoud left side. And that's a good crunch there by number 21 for Newcastle. That's Scagnetti. Also Shanuel was in on the tackle. Mahmoud gets to the 28-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 2. But that's what you want if you're Midwest City, 3rd and short. They're going to officially now call it 3rd and 1. This is Chudy in, and we'll see where they give him forward progress. He does have a first down.
Minutes to go in the second quarter.
Well, no, they'd say they don't. He doesn't have. They're calling it 4th and 1. Bombers staying out there to go for it, even though it's deep in their own territory.
He was waving at him. They better measure it. They're going to do that. Oh, no. It's a first down. And
it's not a generous spot, but the nose of the ball looks like it's on the 30.
They're saying to move it, and there's chain gang having a little issue.
It is now 1st and 10. That was, I don't know, maybe the ref didn't initially motion for a first down, so that's why the chain gang didn't move and called the 4th down. But it is 1st and 10. And it is another handoff. It's Chudy. Again, they're just not getting the push that Newcastle gets with their line, but Chudy does gain about a yard. At some point, the clock's going to be an issue, too. You're going to have to throw the ball down the field or get a big gain.
Well, I don't want to give away any trade secrets, but I think if we can teach Mahmoud to throw a pass, that would really throw him off. Or he can do a flea flicker and throw it back to the quarterback.
It's Mahmoud. He makes one tackler miss, cuts it back to the middle, takes a gain of racers to bring him down. And he gets to the 38-yard line. Zach Craig eventually gets him down as is Tucker Brown. And Jackson Shanuel is going to be in on a lot of tackles because he's the Mike linebacker. 3rd and 2, under 2 minutes to go.
Mahmoud needs to have a whirlpool full of ice probably after every game.
Not a great snap, but Mahmoud will break again a few tackles, and he'll get close to the 44-yard line. At the 44-yard line, clock has temporarily stopped at 1:30 as Taj Smith, glad to finally call his name. We remember him from baseball, Tom.
Yes.
He made a tackle. Clock's now running. And now they need to throw the ball down the field unless they can break a big one here. They will throw it. They'll loft it deep.
Too far.
But, not only was it too far, no one was really open there.
He had lots of time to pass. The line did their job that time. No pressure on him.
I'd like to see him run some type of crossing pattern over the middle, something a little diagonal, not just straight. But that does stop the clock with 1:11 to go here. He'll throw it again. Throws it short this time, and it's caught with some running room for Darwan Davis, and Davis gets out of bounds with a good gain at the 39-yard line of Newcastle. 1:05 now, they can do something here.
Needs to keep passing. Who is coming off the field? Why are we coming off the field?
There's a lineman. So 1st and 10, rolling to the left, and that's just the worst thing you could do. You need to get rid of that ball. Trey Burchett with a huge sack, a big loss. Mississippi will call a timeout now with 43 seconds. That is a sack of 12 yards.
Yep.
We'll see another lineman come in for the Bombers, but just from a distance, Tom, and I don't know a whole lot, but just like, something was quite the breakdown. They either Manel needs to get rid of that ball quickly. If the play's not there, just throw it away, or there wasn't the blocking to the backside that needed to be there.
Well, I think it was a combination of both. We need to do something because this is embarrassing.
It's no easier for Midwest City, by the way. Next week, they go to Bishop McGuinness. And this game kind of brings back memories of that game last year these teams played, where the defense just gave up one big play after the other. The offense had like one drive to make you think they had hope, and then they scored one more touchdown late in the game and lost 41-14.
Yep.
If they hold Newcastle to around 41, like 42 or 43 for the game, they'd be happy. Now they're down 36-7. So it's 2nd and 22.
43 ticks left for the half.
Manella throws it in the flat, long flat, and It is caught there by Dustin Anderson. He's in bounds. Clock will keep running. It's at 30 seconds.
One more timeout, Coach.
Yeah, they need to hurry if they're not going to call it, and they won't. We're down to 22 seconds. It's 3rd and long. Manello will roll to his left again. Can he get rid of the ball here? He does. He lofts it up. He has a man. It's a jump ball for it.
And it's
intercepted. Darwan Davis, I think, was intended receiver. It's intercepted by number 4, who is not even on the 2 deep in the Newcastle secondary. But number 4 for them is Rex Heskew. 4 seconds are left in the half, so we expect Newcastle to take a knee, and we will get to halftime. Reminder, halftime is brought to you by La Herencia, and we will have the Midwest City Marching Band. Well, Tom, I don't mind the throw there. I mean,
no, that was
because you had a one-on-one there, and it was just a great play by the Newcastle defensive back. But you had something could have worked there.
Well, we had 32 yards to go, so it was just, if not better than a punt.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's a pick on Roman Manello, but that's far from his worst play.
I'd hate for him to score on this last 4 seconds.
They're going to run it to their backup running back, and he's not going to get very far.
Has Bradford been back?
Well, you wouldn't bring him back in this situation,
no.
even if he was good. So that's Ruben Renan Samora with a short gain, and we have reached halftime. All right, so halftime for Midwest City football, when we'll get this going here, is brought to you by La Herencia. For the best Mexican food in the Middle area, whether it's dining, carry out, using Grubhub, or catering, just eat their delicious food. They're located at 6811 Southeast 15th Street, next to Jimmy's Egg. Phone number to call is 405-931-3154. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with the halftime. You're watching Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, there's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business, and always remember, got hail? Call Cantrell. Call them at 405-642-8558.
leg fell though.
Sorry.
That's why I was. That's kind of awkward to ask. I don't. It would just be awkward. What's the name?
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the Midwest City High School Bomber Marching Band. Our drum majors are Emily Mays and Kylan Porter. This year's contest theme is entitled Wired, which depicts a present and future impacted by technology and how it changes our lives. Our featured trumpet soloist will be our senior drum major, Emily Mays, senior trumpet soloist, Ethan Hoffman, and Louisa Tuiwana, and junior trombonist, Xavier Robinson.
And through this consumption, humanity is permanently wired. Work,
Emily and Kylan, is your band ready?
Outside devices.
Is that the music or is that actually coming from well, like, whoever's gonna sing it. Oh, you got a little drum. I think that's him. Right there. Now that was you made me look for it.
You may begin your halftime entertainment.
are in stories alter their reality.
Band in particular. The Bomber Band wants to thank two particularly generous sponsors, Cedar Federal Credit Union and Peak Consumption. Also, Huntington Fine Jewelry. Let's give them a good round of applause. The 2024 Bomber Marching Band staff includes band directors Marty Mark Hensley, Angie Stevens, and Becky Scott. Our color guard coaches are Melanie Ford and Alexis Langley. Our percussion coaches are Ray Woods and Eric Alvarez. Our teacher candidates are Zach Kimber from UCO and Caleb Shelton from OTU. Let's hear it for our staff. Playing hurt? Don't. Visit Ortho Central Saturday Injury Clinic from 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. for a free evaluation of high school athlete sports injuries. With locations in Midwest City and Norman, our team will help you turn your setbacks into comebacks. Call 360-6764 to learn more. Are aches and pains or injuries keeping you from doing the things you love? Ready to get back to the game? Come see the rehabilitation experts at Physical Therapy Central, where they can help you find relief and results to keep you off the sidelines. Don't wait to be treated. Contact pccentral.org to see your physical therapist today. Physical Therapy Central is the official sponsor for the Mid-Dell Therapists today. Physical Therapy Central is the official sponsor for Mid-Dell School District and your trusted choice for keeping athletes and fans in the game. Get ready to experience the thrill of every tackle, every catch, and every touchdown with confidence, Chevy Buick GMC, your biggest fans on and off the field. At your hometown dealership, we are committed to delivering excellent service and a winning lineup of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Visit us today and discover why confidence is Cabin Deere. Located at 6,000 Finger Diagonal. Go Bombers!
That's up. Welcome back to third quarter action coming up here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Jordan Ray, Tom Carpenter. The third quarter will be brought to you by Valor Physical Therapy. Are you looking for top-notch physical therapy services? Look no further than Valor Physical Therapy, your partner in wellness. In addition to traditional rehabilitation, our dedicated team offers a range of specialized services, including preventive screening, pre-op programs to enhance post-op healing, and tailored personal training to get you fit for life. 705 Southeast 15th Street, suite number 200. Midwest City will receive the ball first. And we'll go ahead and give an obvious statement out, Tom. Midwest City's got a lot of work to do.
Yes, they do. They got their work cut out, and then let's see what we can do to see if we can get to sustain another drive like they did earlier that they scored on. Kick that out.
Another touchback for Brian Medrano. Newcastle's dominated not time of possession, but they've dominated field position and probably not time of possession because they've had so many one-play or two-play touchdowns drives.
I mean, the first one was 46 seconds, so.
Right. And again, they've had plays where they made it look easy. And Midwest City, it's been a struggle. Even that one touchdown drive, it was impressive because it was a struggle. They are not running the ball nearly with the efficiency that Newcastle is. And that's disappointing. All right, the pass to Dustin Anderson in the right flat, incomplete. They'll be 2nd and 10.
See, that was a good pass.
Yeah. But that's where, not having Lincoln King hurts because
right.
Dustin Anderson is a good athlete, but he's mostly played defense this season, so he's not as experienced at the wide receiver position.
But I'll give Manella credit. At least he hit the target.
Manella, those other side, and that's incomplete. That's to Mahmoud. Now, he had a tackler barreling in on him.
But that was a horrible pass.
Yeah, but Trey Burchett was. However, Mahmoud's obviously really good at making one man miss, so it's disappointing he couldn't have caught that ball and had a chance to do something there. And this drive is not starting out well for Midwest City. Now they have a 3rd and 10. Manella will move Mahmoud to his right. Manella scans the field. Pass is incomplete on the bounce there. And 3 incomplete passes for Roman Manella, not the start you were hoping to have for the third quarter. And we will see Chance Davis again to punt. Good snap, though. And Davis gets off a really good kick.
Oh, nice
Takes
bounce.
a great Midwest City roll. That's his best kick of the season so far. And that will reverse field somewhat, but we'll see if it matters. Newcastle, you don't count the possession to end the first half when they only had 4 seconds. They've otherwise had 5 possessions and 5 touchdowns. I believe 3 were thanks to the big play of the 5 touchdowns. The other 2 were a little bit longer drives, or at least as far as the amount of plays go.
No, a couple of them were just the 2-play drives. There's 1, 2.
Yes, I think the first drive was 2 plays, and the first touchdown drive of the second quarter was as well.
Right.
Bradford is back in for Newcastle. And Shanuel still in a quarterback. Puts a man in motion. He will look to throw. Throws it deep over the middle. It's going to be a jump ball.
Good coverage.
And good coverage. I mean, that's Midwest City's secondary has been good. JoJo gets the break up there. Josiah Johnson for Midwest City.
I think if anybody can spark them, it'd be JoJo.
Yeah, and so, but again, Bombers have not been able to stop the run at all. So we'll see what they can do here. Handoff Bradford. And
nice.
he just
and the flag.
Gets through the initial line of the Midwest City defense. Not the defense you're hoping for, however, the flag we'll see. Usually a flag on a running play is against the offense. And this is. So we'll see what the distance is. It'll be second down again. And I remember one of the scoring drives for Newcastle, I think it was their second one. They had a 2nd and 15, and it immediately turned into a 3rd and 1 because of a Shanuel run. And that's the type of thing the Midwest City's got to – they can't give up obviously you don't want a big play. You want to force a 3rd and long. Shanuel will look to pass again. Has all kinds of time. Throw over the middle.
It's fairly
good. Pass is incomplete.
Fairly good pressure, but not enough of it.
Yeah, he had plenty of time, but again, the coverage was good. So 3rd and 15. It's longer than 15.
It's an odd number for some reason.
Well, the ball will be at the Newcastle 27. And they have to get to the Newcastle 44, so we're going to call it 3rd and 17. Shanuel low snap. Now he's got some pressure. That's because it's a screen play, but a well-read screen play. And going backwards, I believe that's Bradford. Great play by Kewan Landrum.
Yeah.
That is Bradford.
Hayden Parent was in there, too.
You can't – by the way, we never mentioned Bradford – has strong interest from Oklahoma State where his dad played. So he's that type of running back. But obviously you can limit any type of running back when you have 3 or 4 guys on him, and that just hasn't been happening until then. Finally, Midwest City will force a punt.
We get to find out who the punter is.
It's the guy that gets the touchbacks, Brian Madrano. Midwest City has 2 back. I believe Felix Fuentes is one of them. And now we have a flag near where the Midwest City returners are.
Delay game.
This may pin Newcastle back some more. So, Tom, there's still a question if Midwest City can stop the run, but Newcastle did not try to run the ball that drive.
No, and
they can't. And Midwest City has been able to stop the pass because of good coverage.
That may have been their goal, though, is to work on their passing game.
Right. If the Bombers can score a touchdown here, they'll probably go back to a lot of runs.
Rugby-style kick.
Madrano's kick. Solid kick. It'll take a Midwest City bounce. And the Bombers just have to get out of the way. That's JoJo who did the right thing. That's what they wanted to do, get out of the way there. As he had nowhere to go with the ball if he got it. So the ball's back to the Midwest City 29-yard line, 1st and 10. By the way, Midwest City also did not run the ball this half. So we've seen a lot of passing attempts and only 1 completion, and that was for a loss on a screen play. So neither team, for different reasons, Tom, both want to get the passing game going. Probably Newcastle wants to practice it. They're going to have a bye week next week. Midwest City just wants to try to get back in the game with it. Instead, they'll go to their bread and butter, Jaheim Mahmoud, and he's got a big gain there. He gets past the defender. He's still going. Mahmoud
takes 3
down to the 34-yard line. We lost our camera. We'll try to get that back here in a second. Let's take the replay, though. We see the end of it. All right, we do have the camera shot back. Triple allegiance to replay there. They go quickly back to the ground. Tom, my favorite thing about that last Jaheim Mahmoud run is there was no penalties.
Right.
5-yard gain there. It'll be 2nd and 5 at the 30 or 20. Well, 30, so make it 2nd and 6, even though the PA announcer is calling it 2nd and 5 because they got to get to 24 to get a first down here. Mahmoud. That will get him to about the 28. Now back to 29. Now it's really 5 to go. 3rd and 5 now. Trips to the right for Roman Manella. 1 to the left on this 3rd down. It's Mahmoud again.
It was a bad snap, but it was almost directly to Mahmoud. I don't think that was planned. You got to go for it. You can't.
Yep. Tackle made by one of the defensive ends, Aiden Elcian. Sorry if I mispronounced it. Elcian.
I had trouble with it also. I said, I give up.
4th down, about 4 to go. They will run it. Mahmoud makes 2 miss.
Yeah, you ain't going to get close.
But no.
He didn't have the blocking up front that he needed.
Yeah, that's just frustrating. You get the good run by him, and it just doesn't lead to anything because you're not. They've lost some confidence in the passing game. Mahmoud was slow to get up, but he is up now on his own strength.
I noticed number 88's out there, and I was looking at their roster. Antonio Brown. It's a great name. So hopefully he can catch as good. He's a senior this year, and he plays tight end. So.
Without being a headache.
Yeah.
As he had quite the ending to his playing career.
Yes, he did.
The NFL version. And then in this age of social media, he makes some noise on that. But anyway, keeper from Shanuel.
And he
just sheds tacklers, and they have a hard time bringing him down. He's a big guy.
Yeah,
first down run.
6'5" and 230. He's a big quarterback.
But he's been shifty as well, and the Bombers just can't. I mean, it would be one thing if he just shed tacklers, but they're not getting to him on time. They're not getting to this guy either as often as they need to. Bradford will have a first down run on the left side. And now we're seeing why Newcastle's been dominating this game. They get big chunks of yards on the ground, and the Bombers are helpless. Have been so far.
Well, they're not wrapping up when they do have contact, and Bradford's good about bouncing off, and so is Shanuel. Am I pronouncing that right? Yeah.
You're pronouncing Bradford's name correct.
No, Jackson Shanuel.
They end around there. Gets inside the 40. That's the guy who caught the touchdown for Newcastle. That's Caden Longman. And he gets a solid gain of about 5 or 6 on that. We'll call it 5, 2nd and 5 at the 39. Yeah, I think Newcastle knows they don't really need to pass the ball in this game. Maybe in other games they will, so that's why they will practice it. Here's Bradford, and this is one of the best jobs Mississippi's done to plug that hole up. And so gain of about 2 or 3. Kewan Landrum was the initial guy there. Grisby also, Jashawn Grisby made the play there. And that's a no gain, actually, so it'll be 3rd and 5. Shanuel keeps it, and I think he gets first down as he falls forward around where the first down marker was. So again, when he fakes the handoff, that's just been so hard for Mississippi to get any type of pursuit on him when he decides to fake the handoff and then take off.
I see Andrew Reeves out there, senior for the Bombers, but he's not very big, and he's a down lineman.
Well, he's a hybrid linebacker. They'll pass it again. This pass is incomplete. That's the contrast that Newcastle has had to the other two teams that have blown out Midwest City, Del City and Carl Albert. Their quarterbacks don't look to run very much.
This one does.
This one has. I know when I say that, I mean they're starting regular quarterbacks. I know Carl Albert has a heavy package, and they do have one of their quarterbacks can run pretty well, but that really wasn't the issue for Midwest City in that game. He's going to keep it, Shanuel. And Bombers just feel like they're late to meet them. And that allows him to get some big chunks. So we get to the 29-yard line. Ross Jones made the tackle. We'll get 3rd and 5, make it 3rd and 6 coming up. Clock, which we don't have for you tonight, is the 2:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. We put Bradford in motion left side, so it's just going to be Shanuel. Either he'll throw it or keep it. He will keep it. He gets tripped up. That may have been Fenric Rinn, who doesn't play much on defense, who gets it there. Well, he does play on defense some. We just don't see it as much. Aiden Brown also may have had something to do with that, and it forces a 4th down and about 3.
Let's get a stop here, guys. Come on now.
Ball's marked at the Midwest City 27, and it's definitely 4th and 3 as Newcastle has to get to the Midwest City 24 for a 1st down. Well, they got a couple of good options in the backfield right now.
Fumble.
Oh, they lost the snap to Shanuel, and it doesn't matter. He's going to go ahead and get inside the 5. Because even though he lost the ball, no one was close to him, and when he picked it up, no one was close to him, and when he took off past the line of scrimmage, no one was close to him. Gave a lot of credit to the Newcastle offensive line as well.
He's holding aside a little bit, but I don't think they're going to pull him out.
I mean, they got a bye week next week. Speaking of bye weeks, we've got something interesting to talk about when we come back after the break, but we'll get to that in a moment. Another low snap. It doesn't matter again, as they just don't get near him. They just don't get near Shanuel at all, and he scores a touchdown, making it 42-7. Here comes the extra point. As, again, Newcastle, when they want to run the ball, they are unstoppable. Kickoff or kick extra point is by Pfeiffer. He's kicked most of their extra points. Good snap, good hold, and a good kick. 43. Newcastle drilling the Bombers right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Whataburger's new Bacon Blaze Jalapeno Double.
Sounds like a 5-alarm fire.
Not really, Frank. The jalapeno cream cheese, jalapeno ranch, and pickled jalapenos give it a pleasant heat.
So like a 4-alarm?
Nope. It's a delicious controlled blaze.
Like a little kitty stuck in a tree alarm.
Nah, hotter than that. Let's say the 2.5 alarm Bacon Blaze Jalapeno Double. I think the pole's broken.
New Whataburger Bacon Blaze Jalapeno Double. It's just a little hot.
Welcome back to Mississippi Bomber Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. This is the Valor Physical Therapy 3rd quarter. I want to show you what's next week for Midwest City. At Bishop McGuinness, it doesn't get any easier for them. 7 p.m. kickoff. Coverage will start at 6:30. Now, Tom, I didn't think about this much when we lost to Bishop McGuinness last year, so we're about to see the AAA kickoff. But did you know that in that game, Bishop McGuinness was coming off of a bye week? They had a bye week, week 10 last year. I don't know if that, by the legal procedure, penalties that kick it out of bounds, does Newcastle. So I'm just curious if when you think about it now, if you think that bye week impacted that game even a little bit.
It always helps. I mean, if you've got hurt players that are not injured, but they're actually just hurt a little bit and a little dinged up, it's good to give them some extra time off. And
we really don't know if Bishop McGuinness was banged up or not. Midwest City was, but that wouldn't have mattered if they had a bye week, week 10. They were. They were without Devin Sissons and Rogers as well. Probably I forgot Rogers' first name, but I loved watching him run the ball. Here's Manella. Flushed outside to the left. He needs to get rid of the ball. He will not get rid of the ball.
He got out too quick.
So he gets sacked for another big loss. He's had 3 sacks this game, I believe. So he'll be second and way long. But, Tom, what's interesting is, once again, we're going to be playing Bishop McGuinness off a bye week. They're the one team in the district not playing this week.
Well, they've always got good athletes. I don't care. You can go back a long ways.
Yeah, it may not. It's probably not a big deal, that big of a deal, but still, they've had plenty of time to prepare for this game, and they have to be like, oh, it looks like Newcastle will be our tough district opponent coming up. Throw in the flat is short, and we have 3rd and long coming up.
They're down about 14. You got to get them to jump off sides.
Trips, nope, Twins to the left and right, and they let the clock run out. We're now we've already played 1 quarter in the second half. We're going to play the final one here in a bit. So Newcastle with 1 touchdown this quarter, Midwest City with none. And the Racers are dominating as we head to the 4th quarter with a 43-7 lead over Midwest City right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Welcome back to Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. By the way, it's Darian Rogers, last year for Midwest City, one of the seniors that they really relied on both sides of the ball. He was a running back and a linebacker, and he got hurt midway through the season, and they missed him along with Devin Sissons. 3rd and 14. They're going to look to throw a screen play. It is caught. There's some running room for Davis, and Chance Davis will get close to a first down by a yard. So I think now you should go for it, Tom.
Yeah, we don't have
Might
a
as
choice.
well.
We got nothing to lose. I mean, it's.
But they're going to bring in some new players, new linemen. Brody Maxwell coming on offense. Not something you see normally, but I think that's because it's part of the 31 package. And Josiah Johnson, I believe, is coming in to take the snap. Again, Fenric Wren is the lead blocker. Brody Max, I think, is lined up I believe, as a tight end on the left side. And on 4th down, it's Chudy, but I don't know what the play was, and Chudy goes backwards, and he's going to get tackled for a loss, so no first down, and Newcastle will take over. I don't know who Chudy took that snap, but
I don't
think he was supposed to.
I don't know what that was. That was.
So I don't know, again, what the intended play was. But that's the kind of night it's been for Midwest City.
Yep.
So they're going to drop to 1-1 in district play.
Been a long one for us, too, up here with.
Yeah, Newcastle will.
They are wearing guys out.
Bring in a new quarterback, I believe. It's like number 14 taking the snap. We'll get a run for no gain.
That's Ruben.
Backup quarterback was listed. Go ahead, Tom.
That's Ruben Rendon Zamora, the running back.
Yes, backup running back. The backup quarterback was listed as Caden Longman.
Yeah, I think so.
But that's not who's
him.
a quarterback.
No, it's not.
So that's number 14, Ashton, another interesting last name, Shamard. Shamuel and Shamard.
He's sophomore.
That's a duo for you. Coach Rickman of Newcastle's upset about something. He wants his backups to be sharp here, and you can't blame him. And he's not happy about, I think, a penalty was called against Midwest City, or maybe they called a timeout first. So we'll take a break. We'll come back with more Midwest City Bomber football action on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit.
Welcome back to Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. By the way, our fourth quarter is brought to you by Tooney Buys Houses. We buy and renovate homes. We also lease and own or finance homes throughout the state of Oklahoma. The phone number to call is 405-931-3046. Handoff on the right side. Again,
good stop.
That's Rendon Zamula, and he is going to be stopped backwards. I think there may have been a penalty on Newcastle, Tom, and 3rd and 10. Well, Tom, with Bishop McGinnis coming up and then Lod MacArthur, Midwest City is basically, they're staring basically a rematch with Carl Albert in the first round at Carl Albert if they can't win either of those two games. They're going to pass it on 3rd and long. Not finding anyone. The pass is sailed incomplete. That's Schumard with the incomplete pass. It'll be 4th down. Let's see what Newcastle does here.
It looks like him and his brother are twins.
That's number 13, by the way, is his brother.
We discussed that, and one's a wide receiver and one's a quarterback, so it's kind of neat they're both playing at the same time.
And fortunately for Midwest City, Jackson Shamuel is a senior, so when these teams play next year at Newcastle, they don't have to worry about him. I think they still have to worry about Bradford, though. Schumard throws it back to his right.
Oh, that's blocking
Design
the back.
play.
There he caught it. It was blocking the back.
And on 4th down, they go for it. I think, though, if it's a block in the back, it'll be declined as they were sure of the 1st down.
Yep.
What's funny, Tom, when you look at these rosters is how they don't give the grade. They give the year they graduate, which I guess you can do that and save that year to year.
If you look on your sheets that I made, I figured that out and wrote it in on most, not on the defense.
You did the math?
I did on the offense,
Yeah.
I think, but not the defense. I was tired.
So Jackson Shamuel is a senior. Taylor Bradford's a junior. So Bradford could haunt Midwest City next year in the rematch.
Well, if we get him in the transfer portal, maybe he can help us. Apparently,
I don't see players leaving Newcastle. I think that's like a destination place.
It's nice out there. They got nice facilities, and
as our coach told me, is the fastest growing city in Oklahoma, or town, whatever you want to call it. Pass the flat to Shai Johnson, and JoJo gets a nice gain after the catch. So what do you want to see from Midwest City's offense here?
Just a score. I mean,
whatever it takes.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're not going to win this one unless a miracle occurs. And the good news about this is our Roman Manella is getting a lot of experience, and hopefully he's learning from it. He's just a sophomore, so.
It's Christian Schutte with the handoff. And he has a 1st down. Well, they're right there at the 40 with that. So we've seen some good plays here and there by Roma Manila, by Jaheim Mahmoud. Bombers' defense probably has been more of a problem this game. But they have not still, in spite of those good plays on offense, have not been able to sustain many drives. Here's Chudy. Chudy with a big hole up the middle there.
The first down.
Chudy eventually tackled there by number 16, Trey Burchett. Now move the chains. We're under 8 minutes to go in this game.
Let's look for JoJo over the middle.
Instead of over the middle, they throw it to the right flat.
Nope.
And it's incomplete.
Dustin Anderson.
And Tom, I mean, it has been good reps for Roma Manila, but the intermediate passes like that, they've got to be
a little more crisp.
Completed.
Yeah,
just that should be a high percentage of completion there.
The ones that he has hit, though, the guys are dropping, and we just can't have that combination. So we get our passing game going, Mahmoud's going to run the score up for us. He's out now.
Hand off to Chudy.
He's down.
I think he's okay. Third down now. Call it 3rd and 8. Chudy to pass, rolling to his right. Fires it deep downfield and has a man.
Oh, nice coverage.
And then there's good recovery there by the Newcastle defender.
Zach Craig.
That's number 22, Zach Craig.
He's a ball player. That was good coverage. Good move on his part. He waited the last minute and jumped to the highest point and knocked that ball down.
So see what Middle City does on 4th and 8. They're going to punt. Good snap.
Nice kick.
A high punt there by Bubba Davis. Takes a Midwest City roll inside the 25. And, Tom, I kind of like Bubba Davis for player of the game. He also had a good catch, I think, on 4th down. Tough thing is, it's a rough season when you basically give out player of the game twice because of a punter. That's one of the reasons we gave Lincoln King player of the game against Carl Albert.
Right. Well, it is what it is. We got to do what we got to do. And
well, I don't know if you have any other names in mind. And by the way, I don't know if this is not an excuse, but I do wonder if one of the factors for Midwest City as far as mindset is if the Lincoln King injury was a bit of a distraction for him. It had to be really disappointing to a lot of the players on that team. He got injured during the week. I think it was on Tuesday. And is not expected to come back this season. Tackle there run made by Ruben Rendon Zamora.
Yeah, I thought he'd injured it during the game last week, and I talked to him before the game on the sideline, and
you might be right. I didn't know that if that's true.
Well, when he got hit, and he said he landed on his shoulder when he got hit, and that was it.
Quarterback keeper, nothing doing there.
All right.
Aiden Brown with a stop.
Pretty good pursuit.
So maybe what's more true is they found out that it was going to be a significant injury during the week.
Right.
So 3rd and long.
Nice
Handoff, nothing doing there.
And it hit so hard, knocked his helmet off.
That's Fenric Grin, who's hurt, who had that knocked off, will come out. Someone's happy about that. And Newcastle will punt for, I believe, only the second time. We're down to 4:13 to go. Angled punt. And will be fielded and returned.
It's all right. It's nice.
Felix Fuentes gets it to the 42-yard line of Midwest City. So another chance to do something here on offense, to get in the rhythm, to score. Just to see what you can do, as they have to get better in a lot of different things. And just about anything you can think of on offense, they have to get better at. Pass the flat is caught.
Only gained a yard or two.
Short gain there. That's number 17 for Midwest City. That's Aiden Sutton. Second down and 1. Handoff right side. Is that Grant? Yes, it is. So he played some running back last week. He had been a receiver for a bit for Midwest City, but he's moved to running back here. And this will bring up a third down. Manel is still in the game to pass on third down. Scrambles, lofts it up over the middle.
Way over.
And it's incomplete. Fourth down, hoping they go for it. And just get you guys more reps, whoever's out there. And they will this time. Or will they? No, I think they were going to bring out their punt team. $2:56 to go. And now a flag, I believe, for delay of game. Yep. Not a big deal from where you're punting.
Well, it'd be different if the clock was running, but it was stopped on that incomplete pass, so I don't know if.
We have seen some good punting from Midwest City. We've just seen too much punting.
Yes.
Chance Davis's punt gets inside the 20, takes a bomber bounce. That's a really good punt as it gets inside the 5. So there's one player that has to have more confidence after this game than he did before the game. It's Chance Davis as a punter.
Yes.
Handoff right side, not going very far.
Under 2 minutes for this misery to end.
The misery in Midwest City. That was number 10 on the handoff there, third running back, Colton Bradley. Clock will keep running. Just not the result we were expecting. It doesn't shock me that Newcastle played well and is going to win, but by this amount. Handoff.
Not much.
Bradley gets about 4 or 5 on that. It'll be second down. Make it third down. Sorry, there was 2 plays. Right. 3rd and 4. We'll see if Newcastle has to run 2 more plays or not. They will run as much clock as they can. Handoff right side.
And you're going to get a first down.
I think he has the first down, so Newcastle will be able to run at the clock here. There are 39 seconds to go.
So, Jordan, what do you think on our player of the game?
Chance Davis. I'm not sure else. No one else stood out. Jaheim obviously played well, had some good runs.
Right.
And we may go back to him as player of the game. We already gave it to him once. Yeah, but he needs some help.
Yes, he does.
Taking the lead, that should be the game's final play. And it is a final. Midwest City will fall to 1-1 in district play with a crushing defeat at home against Newcastle. Final score is 43-7. Newcastle will go to 2-0. They'll have a bye week next week. Midwest City will go to 1-1 again in district play, and they will.
State Representative Max Wolfley.
As a longtime Middale teacher, coach, and parent, I first ran for the legislature to ensure taxpayer dollars appropriated for education actually made it all the way to the classroom. That concern hasn't changed and seems even more important today. Thank you for giving me the privilege of serving the people of our district.
Max Wolfley, looking out for educators, seniors, veterans, and all of us. Recorded in our kitchen after midnight. Can you tell?
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and asked yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
Somebody runs a red light, and you think all of a sudden their insurance company's going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes,
call Robin Will.
If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, there's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business, and always remember, got hail? Call Cantrell. Call them at 405-642-8558.
I am here to contest the new Whata Wings from Whataburger. What? Real wings have bones. And these boneless wings are actually premium chicken tender bites tossed in one of Whataburger's famous sauces. honey butter, honey barbecue, buffalo, or
sweet and spicy.
And now Nashville hot? Those do not turn these What a Wings into real wings. I know what a real wing is. That. No.
What a wings. What a wings. What a burger. What a wings. What a wings.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
How do you I mean, I'm utterly confused right now, and we're going to go to work, and we better get better because the team we play next week's better than this guy's.
Right.
They're better, and we can be better. I'm like I said, I don't understand why you just would do your job. You know, you take that mentality. It's not going to be my fault. Okay? It ain't going to be my fault. So if I got B gap, I'm going to take care of B gap. If I got quarterback, I'm going to take care of quarterback. You know what I mean? I don't understand why I'm going to go try to make a special play when it's not my job.
One of the things I saw, I didn't see Bomber tackling.
No.
I'm not taking anything away from those running backs.
Yeah.
The quarterback and Bradley, the halfback. I mean, they were.
Quarterback's a load. He's 6'5", 230, so he's a big boy. But we knew that coming in. We got to say low, wrap up. Low, wrap up. Right. I mean, it's like the same thing. The guys that win it have big running backs. And we got to go low and wrap up. I mean, it's not rocket science. We got to understand what we got to do and just go get it done.
Okay.
And you know, I don't know what to say.
Well, next week we got Bishop McGinnis. And,
Bishop McGinnis.
We'll go over there and
we'll play ball. We're going to go to work on Sunday like we always do.
Right.
And we're going to try to do some soul searching and say, you know, where's the fire? Where's the umph at? I mean, you know, like I said, we only go full pads 1 day a week, right? And, of course, we break a collarbone on the 1 day we go pads.
Yeah.
Full pads. I mean, we're in uppers trying to take some of that out, so you're trying to figure out where's too much, where's not enough. You know what I mean? Because it felt like an idiot having one of your better receivers get his collarbone broke, and like I said, it wasn't a massive tackle. It was just a tackle. So, again, we're going to go to work. We're going to figure out who wants to play this game, who's willing to play this game. Let's go play this game.
Right.
And that's how we're going to do it because we are the Midwest City Bombers, and we understand. And we're going to go to work. But we've got to not hurt ourselves.
All right. Coach?
Thank you, Tom.
I won't say good game, and I can give you a hug if you need it, but there was some good. We had the scoring drive. I mean, I was impressed. I said that's what we need to do is put those plays together, put the drive together, and score.
Yeah.
Just put drives back to back and score.
Well, yeah, true. I mean, it's kind of like the same thing. I mean, like the Dale City game. When we did what we worked all week, we went out and scored. We only did it one time. That's not enough to win a game.
Right.
And then defensively, we got to switch. We had to switch. I mean, we were getting sealed. We weren't filling. We were going upfield. I mean, it's like you've been taught wrong arm rip if they pull her every time. Wrong arm rip. Well, we went upfield. Why? Why? What's your job? Wrong arm rip. But you ran the field. Why?
Yeah.
So we got to go fix it.
All right,
Thank
Coach.
you, Tom.
See you next week. Back to you, Jordan.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. And appreciate Coach Hall for making time. Sorry we missed the very first part of the interview. That is my fault. But we got a lot of it, and we found out Lincoln King did, in fact, get hurt during practice, and that stinks. I don't know if that had any impact on the players as far as just the attitude or the feelings heading to this game, but something went wrong for sure. And credit Newcastle, they're a tremendous team, and probably are going to stay in 5A for a while because they're a very fast-growing city there in Oklahoma, not too far from Tuttle, Blanchard, Norman even. All right, so player of the game is indeed brought to you by Patrick Newby Farmers Insurance. Sorry, postgame. Postgame brought to you by Patrick Newby Farmers Insurance. Newby Agency is your local Oklahoma Farmers Insurance Agency in Midwest City. Family owned and operated and have been serving the public for over 40 years. Their office is located off of 29th Air Depot near Tinker Air Force Base. Come by and see them at 560 West Boeing Drive, Suite A, or give them a call at 405-733-7671. Patrick Newby, we appreciate you very much, and all you do for Middale football and the Oklahoma Sports Network. And our player of the game is actually brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, located 5500 Tinker Diagonal in Del City. Buffalo Wild Wings, where every day is game day. I think we'll go back there this coming Friday when Midwest City takes on Bishop McGuinness. And we will be there. We may be outside. Hope for good weather. This was great weather here. But pregame coverage will start at 6:30. Kickoff will start at 7. And we may have Tessa Durrell with us. We hope to have Maya Hodge, one of our interns, back with us. We also appreciate very much Dedrick Jones is another intern on camera. Bernie Wren. Appreciate him. Good work today. And as usual, good work by our producer, Sarai Rawls. For Tom Carpenter, I'm Jordan Ray signing off. You have been watching Midwest City Bomber football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.